Visual. A quiet, dimly lit bedroom. An older adult is seen sleeping peacefully. Suddenly, they stir, open their eyes, and look at the digital clock on the nightstand. It shows 3 a.m. Have you ever found yourself wide awake at exactly 3 a.m.? Night after night, you lie in bed staring at the ceiling, wondering why your body feels restless while the rest of the world is fast asleep. For many older adults, this isn't just an occasional disturbance. It's a nightly ritual. Waking up in the middle of the night, especially around 3 a.m., is one of the most common sleep complaints among people over 60. But if this happens to you, know this: you're not alone, and you're not broken. This silent, shared experience affects millions of seniors around the world, yet very few people talk about it. It's easy to feel frustrated or even worried. Why can't I just sleep through the night like I used to? Something wrong with me? Is this normal, or a sign of something serious? These questions are more common than you think, and the answers may surprise you. The truth is, sleep changes as we age. Our internal body clocks, also known as circadian rhythms, shift. Hormones that regulate sleep and wakefulness begin to decline. What was once a deep, uninterrupted slumber in your younger years starts to become lighter, more fragile, and easier to disrupt. But waking up at 3 a.m. isn't just a biological issue. Sometimes it's emotional too. Worry, loneliness, grief, or even thinking about tomorrow's doctor appointment can all lead to a racing mind when everything else is silent. Visual. The older adult glances at family photos, smiles gently, and then heads back to bed. In this video, we're going to explore why these 3 a.m. wake-ups happen, what they mean for your health, most importantly, what you can do about them. Because restful sleep isn't just a luxury, it's essential for your memory, its mood, heart, and quality of life. End scene with soft fade out and text on screen. Let's understand the truth behind your sleep and how to reclaim your nights. Voiceover begins. So, why does aging affect sleep so much? To understand those 3 a.m. wake-ups, we need to take a look at what's really happening inside the body and brain as we grow older. When we're young, our sleep is deep, long, and refreshing. That's because the brain produces high levels of melatonin. It's a hormone responsible for making us feel sleepy at night. It also controls our circadian rhythm, the internal clock, that tells our body when it's time to sleep and when to wake up. But as we age, things start to change. Visual. Animation showing melatonin levels decreasing in a timeline from youth to old age. Melatonin production naturally declines. That means falling asleep becomes harder, and staying asleep becomes even harder. Also, the sleep cycle itself becomes lighter. We spend less time in deep, slow-wave sleep, the stage that restores the body and brain, and more time in the lighter stages, where waking up from a small noise or movement is much more likely. That's why something as simple as a creaky floor, a full bladder, or a little stress can jolt you awake, often around the same time each night. Visual. An older adult tossing and turning in bed, the clock showing 2:59 a.m., then 3 a.m. Another factor? Our internal clock shifts forward, a phenomenon known as advanced sleep phase syndrome. This makes you feel tired earlier in the evening and wake up earlier in the morning. Sometimes even before the sun rises. Visual A. Split screens showing different people at night, one drinking tea, another scrolling their phone in bed, another getting up to use the bathroom. Voiceover begins. So you've learned that sleep changes with age. But biology isn't the only reason. Keep waking up at 3 a.m. There are also some everyday habits and common triggers that can quietly disrupt your sleep without you even realizing it. Let's break them down. Trigger number 1. Late night caffeine or heavy meals even. A cup of tea or coffee in the late afternoon can affect your ability to stay asleep. Caffeine stays in your system for hours, and while you may fall asleep fine, it can cause shallow sleep and early waking. Similarly, eating heavy or spicy food too close to bedtime can upset your stomach and disrupt your rest. Visual. Someone sipping tea at 7 p.m., then later lying in bed, eyes open. Trigger number 2. Bathroom trips, nocturia, as we age. Our bodies produce less of the hormone that helps us retain fluid at night. That means more nighttime trips to the bathroom once you're awake. can be hard to fall back asleep. Visual. Older adult, quietly walking to the bathroom, then lying awake afterward. Trigger number 3. Stress, worry, and anxiety. Your body might be in bed, but your mind is wide awake. Thoughts about family, finances, or health can rise to the surface in the stillness of the night, especially around 3 a.m. When stress hormones like cortisol naturally begin to increase in the body. Visual. A person lying in bed, eyes open. Worried expression, with faint clock ticking in the background. Trigger number 4. Screens and bright lights, TVs. Phones and tablets emit blue light, which tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. This reduces melatonin and interferes with your body's natural sleep rhythm, making it easier to wake up and harder to get back to sleep. Visual close-up of someone scrolling their phone in bed, then later wide awake at night. These triggers are common, but the good news is most of them are manageable. By recognizing what might be disturbing your sleep, you can begin to make small changes that add up to better nights and more refreshed mornings. Because it's not just about falling asleep, it's about staying asleep. Visual. A doctor's office. An older adult talks to a kind doctor. Charts of sleep cycles, brain activity, and health icons appear on screen as the doctor explains. Voiceover begins. Waking up at 3 a.m. might seem like just an annoying habit. But did you know that poor sleep, especially when it becomes a pattern, can have real effects on your health? It's your body's time to heal, recharge, and process everything from memory to mood. And when that sleep is broken, especially night after night, the results can show up in ways you might not expect. Visual. A senior feeling tired during the day, forgetting something, or feeling moody. Let's start with the brain. Interrupted. Sleep can lead to difficulty focusing, forgetfulness, and even increase the risk of cognitive decline over time. Sleep plays a key role in clearing toxins from the brain, and when that process is interrupted, your mind doesn't function at its best. Visual. Animation of brain with highlighted memory center, clouded by lack of sleep. Next, your mood. Poor sleep is strongly linked with anxiety and depression, especially in older adults. It's not just that being tired makes it grumpy. It actually affects the brain's chemistry and emotional regulation. Visual. A person looking frustrated. In the morning, then cut to peaceful after a good night's sleep. Then there's your heart. Chronic sleep disruption has been linked to higher blood pressure, irregular heartbeat, and even increased risk of stroke. Your heart needs those deep stages of sleep to rest and repair. Visual. Gentle heartbeat animations slowing down during sleep. And let's not forget the immune system. If you're always waking up at night, your body may struggle to fight off illness and inflammation. But here's the hopeful part. Understanding the impact of poor sleep means you can take it seriously and take steps to improve it. Visual. A senior smiling with a healthy breakfast, light exercise, and a relaxing bedtime routine. Sleep isn't just a nighttime issue, it's a foundation for healthy aging. So if you're waking up at 3 a.m. often, don't ignore it. Your body might be trying to tell you something important. It's not a sleep disorder. It's biology. Visual, gentle animation of sunrise and the silhouette of an older person doing light stretches. But while these changes are natural, they're not always welcome. Poor sleep affects mood, memory, energy, and even the immune system. Understanding the science behind your changing sleep is the first step to managing it and learning how to work with your body instead of fighting it. Because even as we age, restful, healing sleep is still possible and just as important as ever. Visual. Bright morning light. An older adult stretches with a smile, makes tea, then journals or reads a book. Calm, uplifting music plays. Voiceover begins. Now that we understand why 3 a.m. wake-ups happen, let's talk about something even more important. What can you do about it? Good sleep after 60 is possible, and it starts with small, simple changes to your daily habits. Tip number 1. Stick to a sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. A consistent rhythm helps train your internal clock. Tip number 2. Create a bedtime routine. Wind down before bed with relaxing activities. Try reading, gentle stretching, or listening to calm music. Avoid screens at least an hour before sleeping. Tip number 3. Watch what you eat and drink. Avoid caffeine, alcohol, and heavy meals in the evening. These can all interfere with your ability to stay asleep through the night. Tip number 4. Keep your bedroom comfortable. Make sure your room is cool, dark, and quiet. Sometimes, blackout curtains or a white noise machine can make a big difference. Tip number 5. Talk to your doctor. If you're waking up often and feeling tired during the day, it's okay to ask for help. Conditions like sleep apnea or restless leg syndrome are treatable. Visual. The older adult turns off the light, peacefully closes their eyes, and falls asleep with a smile. You deserve restful, healing sleep at any age. Start small, stay consistent, and you'll be on your way to better nights, brighter days.